Hello, welcome to RC Newsflash. We kick off this week with news from Tamiya. They have finally announced a successor to the CC-01, the cross-country platform. Finally, the CC-01 was released in 1993, 26 years ago. Nevertheless, it's become one of the most popular chassis in the world, still a great seller to this day, extremely customizable, but somewhat flawed out of the box. There are no details whatsoever to do with the chassis or anything with the new CC-02. None at all. We don't know a thing about it. The only thing we do know is it's coming with a Mercedes G500 body shell. I always wanted a CC-01 Unimog. Never did get around to getting one. So I'll be keeping an eye on the CC-02 and see what develops. Lots of rumours flying around because there are literally no details. A lot of people hoping, and I'm hoping as well, that they sort out the standard steering, because there's a lot of slop in the standard steering on the CC-01. Hopefully the CC-02 will address that. And people are also talking about the brick. Everybody knows about the brick at the front of the CC-01 chassis. Everybody cuts it, removes it, whatever. Hopefully they'll do something about that as well. I'm not expecting a massive revolution here, because TT-02, TT-01, very similar. That's the sort of thing Tamiya do. The CC-02 is probably just a very slight evolution of the CC-01. However, we'll be keeping an eye on it, and I'm sure regardless it'll be a great seller and it'll have lots of fantastic detailed body shells to go with it. Hopefully a Unimog. Associated news now for owners or prospective owners of the Enduro 4x4 scale truck with the Sendero body shell. Element RC have released a utility bed for the Sendero. It is a small kit that you get the polycarbonate bed with plastic cage railings around the side to give it a nice sort of utility look, similar to some of the axial setups you can see. Retails at $42 US, slightly cheaper at the moment on the Associated/Element RC website. You can check that out, it looks quite good. Just make sure you paint it the same colour. Oh, you don't need to paint it the same colour actually as the rest of it, I suppose. It could be a different colour. It's up to you. Now, are you a massive fan of scale realism? And do you have way too much money? If so, RC 4-wheel drive has your back, because they've announced the 8x8 Tonnage heavy haul truck. The Tonnage heavy haul truck. And tonnage is the right word, because actually it weighs 8.1 kilograms, which is 17.8 pounds. For a 1/14th scale RC, that's serious. Talking about serious, RC 4-wheel drive are quick to point out that right now you can save 19%, which is a huge $529 off. But I'm quick to point out that that means it's still $2,300 to buy, because the original retail price, or the recommended retail price, is $2,829. Whew. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Someone outside, that's why I looked up. It's beautiful, but wow. It's got lots of billet aluminium scale parts, the wheels, I was going to say fuel tanks, but they're scale fuel tanks because it's an electric model. Scale fuel tanks, that sort of thing, all billet aluminium, hard-bodied plastic, and the full metal drivetrain with 2-speed transmission. Probably about the best scale truck you can get. Who is that? Anyway, so probably, he's not going to knock on the door, is he? Probably the best scale truck you can get for your money right now, but you have to have money to get it. If you are planning on buying one of those things, let me know so I can beg you for money. Much better than last time. Quite exciting news next. Kyosho Inferno MP10. If you are a big RC fan, you're probably aware of the Kyosho Inferno, one of the best racing buggies, 1/8 scale ever. One of the most successful ones ever, and the MP10 is the latest and greatest the version of it. Well, they've just announced the MP10T Truggy. Yes, Kyosho Inferno Truggy. Just looks absolutely stunning from basically every single angle, apart from this one. I'm not sure about that front end. Looks like it's been squished in a little bit, but you know, each of their own. Looks are subjective, aren't they? But what's not subjective is the fact that this is based on one of the best buggies in the world. And if you look at the chassis, the chassis pictures, there's not been any details at all released. But if you look at the chassis photographs, you can tell it is literally based straight off of the buggy. They've not done a huge amount to convert it into a Truggy. It retains a lot of the DNA, and it'll have a lot of parts that can be swapped over between the buggy and Truggy versions. Looking forward to see how that progresses, and looking forward to seeing what they announce. No idea on retail price yet. Having said that, I'll look it up while I'm editing, and I'll probably find one. Final news article this week comes from Team Losi Racing, TLR. It's the 22 5.0, the 22 being the thoroughbred rear-wheel drive 1/10 scale race buggy, and the 5.0 being the latest and greatest iteration of it. The 22 has had a problematic development cycle. The first one was very fine but very flawed, but they've improved it, and now it's one of the best buggies in the world. And they've just released the best version of that buggy, the DC 5.0 Elite race kit. Basically, it's basically a similar idea of what Associated like to do with their stuff. You got the best version of the Associated car, truck, whatever buggy, and then they got the factory team version, which is the one that all the basically it's replicating the one that the factory teams race, the factory racers racing. The Team Losi one's identical. The DC Elite is literally, it's for dirt and clay, hence DC. The Elite is literally, here's the best buggy we make for dirt and clay, and here is the same buggy with all the pieces that our team drivers use in the kit. So you've got all the hop-up parts, all the carbon fibre parts, all the nice black anodized parts, all the titanium turnbuckles, all that rest of it. Basically, if you want hop-up parts to make it look really great, or just be a little bit better than it is standard, to replicate what the race guys do, the Team Losi race guys use, it's all here in this kit. I should look up the retail price, shouldn't I? I did, and it's $420 US. But on the website, it says you can get it for $370 US right now. I don't know why these manufacturers keep putting recommended retail price when they instantly go, but now you can get it for this when it's brand new. So when can you not get it for this? Is it just always going to be 370, or are you going to bump it back up to 4? Anyway, the point is, right now it's 370, but they say it's 400 plus, but it's 370. So there you are. The ultimate version of Losi's ultimate 1/10 rear-wheel drive buggy, racing buggy. Elite. Nice. And that's just about all for this episode. The only thing left for me to say is RC video of the week goes to, quite an old video, 4 years old roughly now, Amaro and Walden's Joyride, one of the, if not the best RC video of all time. It's just watch it. Just watch it, but maybe not suitable for the youngest. Fantastic, epic video with the Tamiya Wild Willy, and it's just ridiculous. It's in London, and just watch it, honestly. And video of the week goes to Danny McCaskill, Danny Daycare. Danny McCaskill is always, just, the guy's talent is unreal. And Danny Daycare is his latest video, brilliant fun. Just watch it. Your jaw will hit the floor if you've not seen it before. And finally, shout out this week goes to my friend Scott, the lucky bastard. He's got himself an even more ridiculously overpaid job. He's a computer programmer. He's got a new job, and he's now making more than twice my offshore day rate. But he lives in Edinburgh, he gets to go home every night. Scott, well done. You